Good Sunday morning. It is the 17th of May, 2026. Oh, David Kiefer just showed up in the room. Good morning, sir. Good morning to everyone. I'm hoping today will be a good session. Uh, it only came to me about, let's say, 4 minutes ago. Um, I woke up this morning like uh, empty, not really knowing what the heck I'm going to talk about, what I'm doing. I have my own doubts. Hey, what do you do? So the topic this morning, people piled in. We got the whole 39 people in the room. Good morning, good Sunday. Welcome to planet freaking Earth, folks. I think I might have got let all the chaos get to me this week. Unfortunately, it just is raining drama on planet Earth. And it impacts me. It can't not impact me. I'd like to say that it doesn't impact me. I'd like to say that I'm so powerful and strong and mentally stable and so sure in my I am, so sure in my one of one. This morning I was thinking, wow, I haven't really spoken about one of one lately. I forgot that I am is really, 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 really important. But what's really important is that I remember I am a one of one, man. And when I get into trouble, like when I say trouble, I mean when I just get a little, don't know what I'm going to talk about. Ooh, I need to control everything. I need to make sure that this is the best Sunday ever and that I don't look stupid. See, then my ego shows up. And then I get all these questions. Okay, this is what happens to me. I don't know if it happens to you, but it happens to me when I get on the I am one of one. I'm on the process. I'm making headway. I'll be increasing my. What am I increasing? I only need to increase my understanding of what I'm doing and my confidence in what I'm doing. My confidence. See, my confidence. It's when my confidence goes. And that's when I need to remember, hey, look, dude, you're a one of one, okay? Now, maybe the aliens came down and cloned you. Maybe maybe you're not a one of one. I happen to believe I haven't met anybody like me. Uh, and perhaps there are clones out there. I can't deal with any of that. What I can deal with, Brad Miller, Blockchain Becky, Stephen Carello, Darrow Travels, Just Color Boy, Jennifer Selden, Mel M. You guys are awesome. 420 Bitcoin. You guys are awesome for being here. I really appreciate you being here. Would ask that you repost the room. These are recorded spaces. This is recorded, correct? I don't see where it's being recorded, but I suspect it is. We had a session just the other day that wasn't recorded. So the question is, one, do you have your book out? I have a few pages left in my old book. I'm going to use them up. Do you have your book? Do you have your pen? I want you to write down, I am a one of one. That's what happened this morning. Now, I am a one of one. Okay, a one of one. I want you to say that to yourself. I am a one of one. Now, why do I do that? It's my anchor. When I get confused, Arthur Dent, when I get, I woke up this morning. I woke up and I said, because this is what I do, right? Especially when I prepare for these meetings for this I am show. I do things like this. You see this graph, right? Can you guys see all this? See this? This is Carl Jung's um, concept of being, right? And they have the persona like, oh, Gary the businessman, right? That all sits on top of my ego. It all feeds me. And I'm rich and I'm smart and I'm a blah blah blah. Whatever I am, whatever valence, mask, uh, persona. Okay, the persona of who I am. That all gets wrapped up. I shaped that up all, about probably the age of 40. And then I realized, wow, I'm not real. I'm more than all of those things. I'm more than all of those things. And when I get into trouble, I move down um, into parts of me that are either trying to help me discover my true self that I choose or don't want to look at, things I just don't want to look at. That stuff underneath the uh, the appearance of you, the appearance that you put on. Think about when you show up to a new party, a party that you've never been to before. Ooh, what's happened here? Wow, this is a weird. Let's get. Huh. Why is that happening? Oh, let's kill this. Stop the screen. Wow, you guys see the top of my head and the bottom of my head? Very odd. Okay, uh, very weird view. This is not much better. This is my Apple thing. So maybe this will just have to work. If you guys can see me okay, let me know. And guess what? I was using the wrong microphone also. Okay, that's got to sound better, right? Mama Crip, Steve Carello, you guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you very much. Okay, where was I? So I woke up this morning and I look at that chart that I just showed you. The shadow, and I woke up at 4:30, poking around the house, feeling the my joints in my body, uh, the gravity of the world. I probably need to actually start managing the data I'm receiving because if I listen to too much negative frequency, right, whether it's real or not real, but if I listen to too much, it messes me up. It messes I am up. Okay, like see, I have a goal now. I don't really like when I say I have a goal. I don't really have a goal other than I am, and I want to be I am, and I am going to struggle in the like this is what I do know. I know for sure that all great adventures have difficulties in them. And parts of the adventure are scary and they're dark and you don't know where you're going. Well, guess what, man? I am in discovering me, in discovering yourself. It is the greatest adventure. Okay. And to think that it's not going to have a challenge. Okay. Yet the movies that you watch and the books that you read, that you really love, that go to the number one bookseller, that really people really trip out over, they reread or they rewatch. Um, Without the painful part, without the challenges, without the scary parts, without the dark parts, the adventure would not be an adventure. The payoff, even if you got through the hard part, the payoff, it really wouldn't be there, right? Because And maybe there's not a payoff. Maybe the payoff is just staying on the path. And what I know is that if I look around the world today and I look at people without being critical, but I look at and I assess their lives and I assess the condition they're in, the condition. What condition am I in? Am I in, a really productive condition? Am I in a negative condition? Am I positive? In certain verticals or areas, I will be strong, and in certain areas, my condition will be weaker, requiring some attention, requiring some working out, require some pain, probably some discomfort, right? Some I am, look, the truth is, I'm not comfortable if I'm not really being me anyway. I am a one of one. Took me 40 years to figure that out. When I get into this, okay, because this is what I have questions, doubts, fears, so much insanity going on in uh, this planet. It's like trying to bail with water, bail the ocean out with a teaspoon. This is what this week's felt like to me. It's like trying to bail out the ocean with a teaspoon. And when I so what and I wrote down, hey, what do I do when my brain is full of chaos and drama? Okay. Fear. That's what that is. It's fear. Okay. The fear then goes all through me, and it dilutes and poisons the well of I am at one of one. I am here for a reason. If I'm not here for a reason, okay, I would rather live on this planet as if I did have a reason. Like my downside is very, very limited, okay? I'm going to say that again. I would rather live as a one of one in the belief that I am here for a reason. I am not here just because it was an evolutionary gamble, okay, or a payoff, or some bizarre. I am, and I have capabilities different than other people. Okay, I have different capabilities that are different than other people's. Some of those capabilities can be assets and really valuable to society. Now, I get to decide how engaged I am, how responsible I am. I am responsible. Okay. I am engaged with humanity, life, love. Now, I'm writing these down, okay, with my fancy little pencils. I am writing this stuff down, especially when you're confused. You should write it down, okay? Especially when I am in this noisy area, okay? I need to write it down. I am responsible, and then I get to reread it. I am responsible. I am engaged with humanity. And when I am in doubt, I just remind myself I am a one of one. There must be a reason for me to be here. I can go chase every new adventure. I can go, now, actually can't, okay? Now, I can jump out of more airplanes. I can date more girls. I can go build more businesses. None of these things or adventures that I have not already taken, done, experienced, and know what my good and my weaknesses are in those areas. Seriously, okay? There's not much more. How much more Bitcoin? How many more cars? How many more planes? How many more business deals do you need to win before I Realize, hey, look, man, I'm here for more than just grabbing accolades and trophies and more titles. Titles and labels, accolades, rewards, money, attention, followers, all these things I see, all these things I chase and I see other people chasing, girls and boys. I mean, the amount, it's amazing to me. I don't think I really recognized how lonely people are. Okay. How lonely people are. It's really, maybe I just never really noticed because I'm not in the whole dating scene. I don't know what single people are doing, but it is amazing to me how lonely people are because I hear so many people looking for the person, looking for the boyfriend or the girlfriend or the lover or whatever. And I mean, almost every conversation they're having is about finding someone. I'm sitting here going, dude, I need to find myself. Like I have gotten lost in so many people and so many deals and so many games. Okay. And I forgot about, hey, the Holy Grail, I am walking with the Holy Grail every day. Really. I woke up this morning. Okay, go, dude, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do Sunday morning, man. Why did I do this? Oh, I can't do this for the rest of my life. I immediately get into how many Sundays am I going to be required to do this? Now you guys can freak out and go off me and say, "Oh wow, I didn't know he thought that." Hey, listen, I assure you, okay, I am a one of one, and to follow that is hard work. Okay, because I'm not getting the feedback that I get from a business deal. I don't get the feedback from, hey, I have I am one-on-ones meetings 3, 8, 15 times a day, right? I go to these meetings, I give the pitch comes out good. People say they want to do business with me. I get some accolades. I get feedback. That's the problem. This is the problem with one-on-one. The feedback, wow, the feedback is not dopamine laced. I mean, cool. I can get on a space. Yesterday, I got on a space, and somebody said really nice things about me. That's cool. Uh, and so that's some feedback, right? But it's the dopamine. It's the feedback from having constant action and then constant response from other people. I don't get that with I am because a lot of the work I am doing on I am is contained within the area that I choose to influence. I'm going to say that again. Okay. The I am that I am impacting is expanding. Uh, it is related to me. Okay. Now, if you think me stops with this and this, I don't think so. Okay. I think if Jenny was right here and she put her hand right up to me and just held her hand right here, okay, like she could feel my energy, dude. Like I have done this so many times. I can feel. I was with someone the other day and I literally walked away from them. This person has no clue how powerful they are. And I literally said, look, I believe that every human being has a band around them. I mean, some people don't. Some people are like, they just don't. Their energy field starts and stops with their physical body. Now, me, in fact, I was telling this person, I said, hey, look, I know that my energy is beyond my physical presence. And I said, watch this. And I gave the person an example, and they said, yeah, I can feel your energy, man. And then what I did was I backed it up. I said, well, I'm going to feel your energy. And I started backing up. I backed up 12 feet, okay, before I sensed this person's energy drop off. And they were shocked, man. I mean, I walked 6 inches away from the person about every, I just kept walking. "Hey, you see," and they could feel it. They had never thought about this before. They had never thought about where their energy starts and stops. I would implore you to write down where does my energy start and stop? Where does my energy that is I am energy, okay? What do you guys like about Gary? People dig my energy, okay? It's not me either, but people dig my energy. Well, now, what is the energy part? This isn't me saying, "Hey, y'all dig my." Some people will hate my energy, okay? But I think all energy is awesome. Imagine what energy does when it's not just all over the place, like an 8-year-old firing off everywhere. Just do what if you can learn how to focus it. There's no way you can disagree with me that you don't have a tremendous amount of energy. The only thing that is challenging is you have not learned to focus that energy. The energy comes on and off. The energy then has all these thoughts and comments. These are shadows, okay? These are parts of you you have not fully embraced that actually create problems and failure for you. Okay, there are parts of me that just really resist being a good human being. There are parts of me that really, really resist being vulnerable. There are real parts of me that want to be seen and acknowledged, and my ego is very, very sensitive. Okay, listen, how can I know myself really well and understand what I'm doing if there are situations that I have never been in before? Okay, like I have to if I go to a brand new party, I'm supposed to go somewhere Tuesday, which I'm already regretting, um, for lunch. I guarantee you, I'm going to go in there, and my energy is going to get a little smaller. Now, having said that, this is very fascinating. Having said that, I'm like, dude, why would I make my energy smaller when I go into a room full of people I was invited to? It's weird, dude. Okay. I'm invited to something. These people know me. I don't know them. Um, I didn't call them up and ask them, hey, can I come? And I'm sitting here going, already telling you, oh, Tuesday when I walk into the yacht club, dude, I'm going to get a little smaller. That is stupid to me. Why would I say that to myself? You understand what's happening here? I'm not saying it to myself. I have assumed it to be a fact. I've assumed it to be, oh, wow, my energy is going to get smaller. Did you hear the way I said it? Now, listen, you guys, uh, I want you to write something down, okay? I want you to write the word, 2 words, observation, and the word see, SEE. I believe the measure of a man's intellect, the measure of a man's intellect is directly, I don't need a number. I don't need to ask Yvonne or Cindy what their number is. What I need to do is observe their ability to see similarities and differences in the same situation. Okay? Similarities and differences. My brother and I look quite a bit alike, yet we are very, very different. After someone has hung out with my brother and I for more than 30 minutes or an hour, in particular physically, and if you do it on spaces and you really listen, observe, see is to listen also, by the way. See is listen and sense. It is not just look. See is to see. It's not just to look. It's actually see. Okay. And it includes hear and all the other senses. Okay. You have senses that, like, you go to the shrinks and they go, hey, all your feelings are wrong. All your feelings are so important. I don't think your feelings are so important. Like, I need to understand what's going on with myself. Some of these are senses, and we turn them into, oh, yeah, I'm feeling sad. Sad? I was just feeling critical talking about this party I was going to go to. Okay. Am I feeling critical? Not critical. I'm probably feeling a little like, I don't really want to go. Okay. I don't want to go. And then what do? A bunch of old people are going to be there. They just want my money. They want me to invest in some dumb deal. Um, why would a grown man like me going to a party on Tuesday already decide, oh, I am going to get smaller the moment I walk in that room? Why would a human being do that? Explain it to me, man. Explain that to me, okay? Because that for me, see, this is why, you can make fun of me if you want. Okay. You can, wow, does he really do that? I absolutely do this, man. Okay. And the reason that I'm sharing it with you is that I'm hoping that you get the guts to get honest with yourself when I can sit here and go, I walked in this room this morning. I would have loved electricity not to work, the cameras not to work. Um, what part of me is sabotaging? I am a one of one. I am the one of one. In fact, not like once once I take this energy and learn how to like control it, and not I mean control it, like use just like I would use the flow of volume on a stereo system. Okay, not too low, not too loud, and the volume should change relative to what I am doing. I am a one of one. What's the message here? The message is when you get messed up, when you wake up frustrated, when you wake up and you're not sure, when you read a book and you're like, hey, I didn't get it, when you read a book and you get it and you don't like what you get, okay? When you see other people in your universe and you think it's hopeless, or in my case, I'm looking around at the whole world going, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Okay. Like, I don't, I have lost trust in everything, medicine, doctors, lawyers, justice system, the justice system. I really let it get to me today, this week. I did, man. I did because it's, and when I say it gets to me, what I need to do is not just talk about, hey, it gets to me. What I need to do, hey, I am consuming probably more information than I need right now. I need to actually become very, very, what's the word for it? I hate this, this, um, what am I, um, if I wake up and there's no reason I didn't, do something stupid the night before, didn't make a mistake or, get out of moral or ethics. Um, I think by what happens is that I probably no not probably I consumed more world data. Wow, that's cool. Okay, what's more important? Wow, this is great, man. This is so great for me. I just need to do this shit. Don't ever stop doing it. By the way, is there a trick to working mechanical pencils? I have so many problems with them. It's ridiculous. World data is less than. Wow, I drew the greater than. World data is less than my data. Okay, I listened to more external data this week. I mean, I could spend 30 minutes talking about everything that's going on. Okay, but do you get it right? We have a lot of weird shit going on. I take in the world data, it brings me down. I then need to balance it, man, with more I am data. Okay, I am the truth. For me, I am the truth. There is no, oh, COVID 19, be careful, stay in your house for me. I knew that was a lie from the get go, man. I knew October the 7th was a lie from the get go. CIA and Mossad lied, said, hey, we don't know anything about this. Oh, really? And then they changed the story. Like as soon as there's lies within 6 minutes, come on. It's, it is none of my business right now how insane the world is. What I need to do is get myself prepared. Look, I find this to be absolutely amazing that I'm actually doing this. I mean, I literally just had a package of information hit me. Go as soon as I said that, I'm like, dude, what are you doing here? This is hopeless. Okay, this is hopeless. What you're trying to do, you're telling people, hey, if enough of us get into I am, the rest of the world will get rebalanced, and we can have peace, and we can have prosperity, and we can have. I don't know that that's true. Okay, because this world's so messed up. I don't know that that's true, but the only thing I can control is, wow, I'm going to keep. What's my downside of doing I am one of one? What is the downside? I heard Andreessen, uh, Mark Andreessen, who's the probably the largest investor in fintech, AI, crypto in the world. He runs A16H, I think, or Z or AZ, yeah. Um, and he made a comment being interviewed one day about his founders having a conscious inner dialogue where they were really like, self trying to be self evolved and conscious. His response was, I need to really relook at it. It was about 10 days ago, so I may be articulating it incorrectly, but he said his best CEOs had no consciousness whatsoever, don't do any inner work whatsoever. And you could like it really, I looked at him and went, whoa, so your best investments are the people like Sam Altman. Look, um, Sam Altman's taking one of one to next level. Okay. Like I look at Sam Altman, hey, this is not a good guy. Okay. I am very aware and I have very, very good instincts. These are really awesome things to say. I am very aware. Okay. I have awesome instincts. I have awesome instinct. If you have made decisions in the past and your instincts have been wrong, start to say, I am highly instinctual. I trust my instincts. I am very aware. Okay. I see what's going on. Yeah. Fair Parenting podcast says she heard this from Andreessen. Now, if I think Andreessen believes that, he probably is also not conscious. And then they go support people like Sam Altman and Palantir. Oh, so you're saying that your greatest returns on investment are from unconscious people. See, I can't do that. Okay. I am not going to make money by harming people. Okay. That's not a one on one. I'm a thief. I am a complete scumball when I do that. Disgusting. I mean, seriously. Okay. Oh, I want a unconscious CEO. I don't know that I would say now look, I also appreciate that someone that's a little too conscious could maybe not be the best business guy. He could maybe not be the best business guy. He may not be cutthroat enough because you're comparing results, financial results against another. I mean, it's look. I am not going to lay in the grave with Mark Andreessen. Mark Andreessen, Palantir, and Sam Altman are not going to die with me. They most certainly are not living with me. They don't even care about me. They don't know I exist. Sadly, I think I'm a really awesome, well intentioned human being. And I have met a lot of investment guys that are like, nah, I don't want to do business with you. I'm like, why, dude? Like, I'm straight as it gets. And I don't trust you. Wow, really? Amazing. I think a lot of people actually don't trust the truth. It is so odd to them to receive that they can't even see it when they see it. Am I making any sense? Got less than 1,000 people in the room today. Not sure what's happening, but I am Gary Cardone. When in doubt, I move to I am Gary Cardone. I am here for a reason. I am here to receive my orders. Okay, now look, guys, I know that I don't speak of religious terms very often. I actually go out of my way not to. And I always seem to make an excuse while I'm going to use the big G word here. I am a disciple of truth. I am a warrior for truth. I am a soldier of good and goodness, rightness. These are I ams for me that I need to be able to say these to myself in writing. And if you think that a couple of people reached out to me recently and said, hey, can you help me with my I am? I said, no, I can't help you, dude. And the reason I can't help you with your I ams, my I ams are my I ams. I can't make my I ams yours. It's I don't think everyone should say in public, I am conscious, unless you're really ready to receive that. Me writing something down, super hack, okay, super hack right here. Me writing something down is more um, impactful, faster, and more lasting when I write it down than just think it. Okay? There is no thought. There is then a thought. That's awesome. I had a thought. I am going to be a nice guy. I am a good man. I am a leader. I am a communicator. Then I write it down. I am a communicator. Look, it just went down another level. You see, it just went to another level. Oh, I am one of one. I am one of one. Ooh, and then I go, hey, look, I'm writing this down. I thought this. I am one of one. That's an interesting thought. What does that mean? I'm going to write that down. I am one of one. Write it down in big bold letters. Give it a few little flowers, little comments. Little footnotes. But when I write it down and then I say to you, I am a one of one, I am an important human being on this planet and I make change to society. Good, positive, prosperous, flourishing, and sustainable change to the world today. The power of me making a pronouncement like that after I wrote it, you see where I'm going? I have a thought. I write the thought, I communicate the thought. I then write the thought down to myself. I don't need to communicate to you or my teacher or my mom. I need to communicate to the controller, Gary T. Cardone, of the vehicle I'm driving. Are you in control of the vehicle you're driving? If you've been doing this for 20 years and you're still out of control, or you can't get out in your car, you just keep not having good stats, you have to change something. Okay, there's something going on you're holding on to. It's probably you're hanging around someone that's really negative for you, okay, that's really messing up your energy. This is not a group effort, okay? It is no one going to help you do this. Your girlfriend can't help you do this, okay? She barely knows who she is, and I assure you, she has no clue who you are. Does that sound harsh? If I don't know 100, I'm 60 some odd years old, dude. If I haven't figured out, it's not a comment of, I'm not shaming you. I'm not saying you're doing it wrong. What I'm saying is if it's not working, change something or review the environment you're in, because this I am writing and then communicating works every time. It works when I don't think it's working. See, this morning I thought it was going to be a really, really horrible show. I'm not really impressed with the numbers that are here, but I am like impressed with, oh, wow, dude, what are you worried about? You know exactly what to do, Gary. All you got to do is pick up the pencil, pick up the thing, and start writing, and reduce the volume of people you're listening to. Reduce the volume of people you're listening to. Reduce the reduce the population of people around me. People, survey everyone around yourself. Survey your surroundings. Okay. Survey your surroundings. What does that mean? Okay, let's survey it for people. Then let's survey it for attitudes. Okay, you know, certain groups have attitudes. Clearly happens in spaces. You know, the guy that runs spaces, that you're going to go into that room and you're going to go, oh, this is going to be exciting because this guy's into high drama. Could be fun. Look, having some fun, watching a dumb movie, playing a little game, cool. But like, I am a one-on-one. Planet Earth is on fire right now. I am a one-on-one. I have a job, okay? It's not to sit around and get stimulated, re-stimulated, listening to people criticize other people, being mean, screaming at each other. These spaces where people are screaming at each other, dude, like it really impacts me. And I'm like, it impacts me. I'll tell you why it impacts me, okay? Not hey, it impacts me. I get all wonky. No, dude, I like it. Okay. I got to be really careful that I don't go there and get all excited about someone getting, you know, brutalized, even if I don't like the guy. Okay. Me watching that is unhealthy. Okay. I am. Look, why do I say that? It's unhealthy. I am um, not the weakest human being on planet Earth. Okay. Like I am a fairly tough guy. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just a huge ego, or I don't know. I don't. Um, I can tolerate quite a bit of discomfort. That's interesting. I've been saying that to myself for a long time. I can tolerate. Actually, I didn't want to say that. I changed it because you're here. I actually said I can. I tolerate a lot of pain. So I said I tolerate a lot of pain. I didn't want to use the pain word in front of you. I changed it in front of you. So see what's happening? One of one, but you're here. You're in my space. I'm communicating. So I changed the language so that I show you a different Gary than I'm actually showing myself. See, I tolerate pain. And then my next thought is, wow, dude, you've been in pain since you were 7. I mean, pain, dude. Like, I have a belief that says, oh, the pain's going to be here forever. I have been saying the pain is here forever. That's fascinating, man. Okay, I have come to accept this. Now, this is an area that I'm not going to deal with here in this session, but like I need to look at this very carefully. I actually block it out. There is a part of me that has has digested and accepted that my body is a painful point. Yvonne didn't make me think this. Tim Blanche didn't make me think this, man. Art autonomy didn't make this is my shit. Okay. I'm feeding this. I didn't even know the thought was there. At 11:14 a.m. on May the 17th, I did not know that thought was there until I said it, until I saw, I observed. See, I said, hey, look, see, you can see what's out and you can also see what's in, but you have to be willing to look and you have to be willing to see whatever is actually there, not change it. And when you do change it, do what I did. I can tolerate a lot of discomfort, okay? But what the real message was, I tolerate pain. Yeah, I'm a tough guy. I've had 13 surgeries. That that see that's oh wow, that this is my label, man. This is my label. I have taken on this kind of persona of being broken or whatever, right? Or in pain. That's going to require a lot of, I mean, I find that to be really, looks like a lot of work to me because it's a big, 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 big issue. And has been for, I mean, I can't imagine what I could have gotten done if I would have had like, there's so many areas in my life that I look at that, I look at the pain and I look at some other areas and, man, I have made it unbelievably difficult for me to be successful. I'm going to just say that, okay? I have made it and continue to make it incredibly difficult to be successful, to be whole, to be like content. Oh, it's hilarious, man. Makes you wonder though, when I realize how many areas that I have gone out of my way to be less than prepared, less fueled up than necessary, throwing in my own barriers, blocks, and what's the humps in the road that make you slow down? Speed bumps. I sit here and I go, hey, I don't know that I can do this forever. You know, these are very hard to do. These are. I'm not asking you to sympathize or empathize with me, but these are. They're exposing. They're. I always worry about like, hey, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? I am doing the right thing. Okay. I am supposed to be here, whether there's 1,000 people or 10,000, it really shouldn't matter. This is my, it's either part ego or part disappointment in humanity when I look at, wow, man, people show up to these. Look, all I'm trying to say is that life is not easy. It's not easy for me. Maybe this thought came to mind. Maybe really what I'm doing is just being vulnerable enough in front of other people that it gives other people a chance, a ticket, a moment of approval. Going, hey, you know what? If he can do that, I can do that. Look, this is the way I think about this. Okay, I don't think it's gonna cost me anything. I mean, I sit here and go, well, am I just wasting my time, man? 12 or 14, 15 people here that make comments. You know, maybe there's robots here. Maybe no one really cares. It's, you know, am I really going to make a difference? You know what? I am never going to know. I this is the truth about any success. This is the truth about doing anything. Um, I have never had success when I said I am successful. I am successful. I am a good communicator. I wasn't a great communicator when I was saying I am a great communicator. I am free of pain. I am free. I am liberated. I am a brush. Okay. I am a brush available to do the workings of the universe. Back to this religion thing, this God thing that I don't like talking about. I I am with good intention. I am strong. I am aware. I am conscious. All the areas that I struggle with, I can counterbalance. I am connected to something magical. Okay. I am connected to something magical. I mean, crazy magical. Okay. I'm going to tell you, I don't know how many times I can say this to people. I gave one of my daughters a book from Neville Goddard. I'm putting together like 12 books for my children to read. These are books that, and I will end up doing this, putting on 12 books that every human being, every family should have. And I quite frankly, I think that if you just read these 12 books, you'd be fine. Anyway, I gave the book, Neville Goddard's book to Mia. And I said, hey, listen, just want to let you know, okay? Everything, everything I have ever accomplished in my life, uh, I don't know that they really know. They just know that we're well off. Uh, everything I have ever achieved was because I found communicators like Goddard that allowed me, that gave me permission, that gave me the recipe, the ingredients, the recipe, and technology, the technology to become me, to become what I was put here for. And if I'm wrong, if I die in 30 years or 3 hours, I would rather die knowing that, oh, wow, okay. So my body goes in a grave, the worms come get it, and that's it. There's nothing to it. There's no God. There's no nothing. There's no special. Gary was a one of one for a few years, big deal. We got billions of them right behind, or he's nothing really special. Who cares, dude? I would rather live a life of being in belief of something magical than living a life of perpetual doom and look, doom and nothing. Okay. I find it very difficult. Okay. Like there's no chance, there's such a remote chance that I am not in infinite energy. I am, and by the way, I could be wrong. The universe may not be infinite energy, but I am going to put my message out to the universe because I think I can change its mind. I am infinite. The universe is infinite. I am attracting infinite wisdom. Now, wisdom, I don't know why I came up with the word wisdom. I wanted to say I am attracting great wealth. See, I started this session going, hey, God, I'm your brush, dude. Just use me as you choose, including if you need to make me look like an idiot, dude, okay, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not picking up a book and reading from it like a priest. I'm not gathering comments and I'm just spitballing, man. I am spitballing in the same way with a pencil and a paper, spitballing in a way that I spitball every business I've ever done. I remember a guy from MasterCard. I had an hour and a half with him, and I drew out in 10 minutes, I drew out a picture of an idea I had. And he looked at me and said, "So this is the way entrepreneurs do it. Huh? They just do it on the back of a napkin." And I think he was being, it was, what was his name? Johan. Very bright guy. If you listen to this, Johan, I actually like you, but I think Johan was really like, you know, not impressed. Uh, I have never had to do an Excel spreadsheet and model out a business deal. Okay. Like if I can't put it on a napkin, there's something wrong with the deal. Okay. Like these are not complicated. And to say that I can't put who I am on a napkin, if you can't write who you are on a piece of paper to at least get yourself started, it's because you haven't ever written down anything about yourself. If I were to have a problem with communicating, and I have had a lot of problems with communicating, I immediately start doing the counter. I am a good communicator. Every time I make a mistake in communication and I think I'm not a good communicator, I am an excellent communicator. I am a master communicator, in fact, okay? If you guys would like, I would be interested in doing this on this subject. I have a formula for communication that I studied. And I looked at it when I was about 50 years old. And I'd never, ever seen the formula for communication. It is a brilliant, true formula. I have never met a human being that could draw me the formula for communication. And if there is a formula, and if you guys would be interested in me it would take an hour or so. If you would be interested in me doing that, I would be. So give me your comments. If you would be interested in being a better communicator, the only way to do that is to one, practice communication and learn how uh, the communication flow works. Okay, it's a flow, man. And if some of those pieces in that flow are not done properly by both terminals, both people, you will have failed communication. There isn't anyone that I know that shouldn't be saying, "I am a master communicator." Okay. Why? Because you need to learn to communicate with yourself. You need to actually learn to communicate with yourself. If you are not a good communicator in public, you're not communicating to all of yourself. I would do well to explore, hey, I am a master, I say I am a master communicator. Why immediately? Let's say anybody out there, right? Say I am a master communicator. There are people out there that will have another thought. No, I'm not good at that. Uh, no, I'm terrified, dude. I don't want to speak. You're gonna have like write these down and then ask, hey, where'd that thought come from? Gary said, I am a master communicator. And then Gary has this little thing somewhere in here. I don't know. Really? Are you? Are you sure you are? Are you always a good communicator? Where are these thoughts coming from, man? Imagine if I had a girlfriend sitting over here listening to this going, hey, you sure you're a good communicator? Are you sure you're a good communicator, Gary? Guess she's not happy with my communication. It pours that third party stuff. Okay. I need to look at that and go, whoa, what's she doing? See, I don't need to include anyone. In fact, I would beg you, Jennifer, Laura, do not share your I am with people the way I am doing it. Do not share your I ams with your mom, your dad, your anyone, your boyfriend, dude. He doesn't get it. Okay? Don't tell him he needs to go do his I ams. Just do your own, do them in private. I am a leader. Okay. I am successful. What are the second thoughts that are popping in and where are those coming from? Remember, I am a master communicator, yet I have a thought. No, you're not. I have to communicate with that thought. I have to find out where is the shadow part of me coming that's trying to like either sequester my skills, sequester, lock them up, block them up. Maybe there's parts of me that go, hey, dude, every time you get too responsible, people take things from you. Or when you get too responsible, you take a loss, dude. Don't get too responsible. This is somebody else's job. These are all thoughts and communications that are happening without my approval. Who's in control? Who's in control of your operating system? Who is in control of I am? Wow, man. Who is in control of I? Who is in control? Okay. I showed you Carl Jung's graph of both the persona, the ego, the unconscious, and the shadow. The parts of the persona, the parts of me I do not know. The parts of me I hide with persona. I hide with that tough guy look. Okay, I hide with the charmer, the charismatic Cardone. I don't hide all of it. It's not bad. Okay, but I kind of you know especially when I'm in environments where I just into automatic. Go into automatic. Now I'm going to tell you something about this thing. What I just said, going. I got to be careful about going into automatic because automatic is my survival skills. Okay, my okay. Hey, a little aloof. I'm gonna stay a little aloof. I'm gonna stay a little back from you. Huh? The only thing I need to be automatic about, okay, like I need to get into almost a robotic movement, is when I have any kind of goal, when I'm unclear, when I need to establish a base foundation by which I can propel off of. Imagine a big rocket trying to propel its way off of the planet without a solid foundation. Okay. I don't have a solid foundation, but I'm going to try to fly this F-35 and get it in the air. The only thing that I like about being automatic is that I know where to fly back to. I know where to come back to when I get a little uh, discombobulated. Oh yeah, I am, okay. And I know that there's parts of me that are here to create a little drama, circus, excitement, all those things I like, by the way. I give approval to the other parts of me to play jokester, gangster. Because you saw me, I do like some of them. I like the, I like the chaos. I do like some of the chaos. Maybe I like a lot of it. I most certainly thrive well in it when I need to. Anyone that's in trouble right now, you reset on I am. Okay. When you're feeling lazy, I am. Okay. I am here. I am here in this moment. I am here on this planet right now with the conditions as I see them. I am making a difference for the good. I am here right now, dude. I can't change that. Okay. I can't change the condition the planet's in. I can change the role I play on this planet, but I cannot change everything. I can only express myself, learn myself, and try to figure out look, we have for centuries now attempted to solve almost every problem outside of ourselves with magnets or control or war or slavery or money. Here, give you this and you'll be happy. I am complete when I am me. Okay. I really believe that. Okay. I'm the Holy Grail, dude. This is the Holy Grail. There's no way you can convince me, even if you don't like it, man. I mean, I know people that I see struggling with this greatly. I mean, and they're not talking about it. If you're struggling with this, it is okay for you to go, wow, this is hard, man. Like it's kicking my ass. Dude, you should communicate that to other people. Now, you don't want to get locked into it. I am getting my ass kicked every morning. You make it your deal. But having someone, especially, if you can find someone who's very neutral. I'm a very neutral about someone's I ams. Like I don't really, it's not my business what you're I can't create it. It's yours, dude. It's organic to you. But what I can do is I can notice areas that are blocking a human being. Just the way they communicate that. Okay. See, I need to listen. Listen to similarities and differences. I want you to write down this similarities and differences. Mike Mack, write this down, please. Similarities and differences, okay? I need to see the difference between one thing and the similarities and not make them binary, okay? I am a businessman. I am a successful businessman. I am not a thief. Just because many successful businessmen are naughty does not make every successful businessman naughty. Ooh, he's a Cardone, so he must be a salesman. No. Notice the similarities. Oh, wow, they look alike, they sound alike, they have the same last name. Ooh, and notice the differences. He's thinner, smaller, whatever the difference is, okay? Less charming, more charming, whatever, man, okay? Similarities and differences. It is, I believe that you can increase your IQ. I do believe you can increase your IQ. Maybe this is the wrong word for it, but if I can increase someone's observation capability, if I can increase someone's ability to accurately assess their conditions around them, have situational awareness, listen, see, feel, okay. People that can walk into a meeting and they immediately know what's going on. I look, the only way to make a muscle big is to work it. Okay. Like if you start to have some of these little gifts, you got to work these gifts, man. Now, I have been saying to myself, I have awesome instincts. Well, guess what? Instincts allow me to sense. But really, what I'm doing is I'm noticing similarities and differences, man. Oh, he said one thing, but he did something else. Interesting. Is this hard to do? I don't find it hard to do. I don't find it hard to do if I'm living right there in the moment. Now, if I'm waiting for Leanne to answer the question, or if Leanne is preparing her response to me and doesn't listen to me, well, gosh, I don't think she's living in the very moment. She didn't listen to me. She wasn't in the moment. She was thinking about what she was going to say. She was thinking about defending her position. I have no position, man. Okay. I am okay being wrong. I'm okay being an empty vessel and being filled up with truth. I am really comfortable with whatever, like whatever. But I am not a part of the problem. See, I think this is where it comes down to man or mouse. I am either a valuable tool amongst a situation, or I am unnecessary tool, meaning stay the hell out of the way. That I don't have to stick my nose in everything. Okay. But I do need to stick my nose in those areas when I do know about something. I need to stick it in. I need to own that I am a leader in this space for this particular problem, and then know when I am a follower and embrace both of those roles. It should not be easier for you to be a follower than for you to be a leader if indeed you know more about that area. My sister knows more about the kitchen and cooking than I do. I let her have it, dude. Okay? I don't tell her how to make her stuff. She's become a master. Doesn't mean that she knows everything. I've shown her things she's like, wow, I never knew how to do that. She was taking the wrong long way. Okay, but she's a master. She's in her space. She knows what her space is. But if she doesn't take a leadership role when it comes to being in that kitchen, then what good is it? Okay, I am a leader. I am a solution. Okay, I would like you to write down, I am a solution when I am needed and wanted. Maybe not even wanted. Maybe you show up anyway. Most people don't know what they need and want. A leader solves problems, helps provide clarity and direction. Chief Executive Officer, Chief CEO, Chief Education Officer, Chief Executor, Chief Get It Done. Look, if you guys don't have a job, you should say thank you very much, man, because that means you have, I don't know, 10 more hours to do I am than the people that are at a job that they hate, a job where they're not even completely themselves, a job where they put on masks and walk in every day with other people who are wearing masks and walk in every day. I am a part of humanity. I am a part of this planet. I can think of no better role to play than to at least be a voice of philosophy, of truth, of direction. Like, how could it be bad to pretend to be a father, man? To pretend to be a leader that can help people construct a great life. Okay, it's not how many jobs are available. It's not look. If you, I am not a victim. Okay, I will not be a victim. Okay, please. Okay, I am not a victim. Write that down. That is one of the areas that you will not participate in. I don't like the knots. Okay, I hate the knots. I don't like. I am not uh, broke. That is not a good goal. I am not broke is not a good goal. Okay. My daughter isn't broke, but she's poor as shit. Okay. I am not a victim. Dude, write it down. Notice how hard it is to write it down. I am not a victim. If you make a mistake and leave the word not out of there, the reason I don't like the nots is people will do this not stuff easier than they do the I ams. Okay. But the I am not, or these kind of things. I am not a prostitute. I will not. What does that mean? Dude, I'm not selling my body. I'm not selling my mind. I'm not selling my beingness for a dollar bill or an accolade or a follower. Okay. I am not a criminal. I do not steal from people to be more valuable. I don't take other people's ideas from them. These are all things like, I ain't doing that shit, dude. Okay? I'm not a criminal. I don't want to be so rich that I have to steal. I am healthy. I'm not. Okay, what else am I not? I am not a scammer. Okay. I'm not going to scam. I am not a doctor. There's a whole lot of areas that I have to define. Hey, what am I just not even good at? All I'm trying to do is, dude, let's get a bunch of things that are in your closet, and we're going to put those things in the closet. Okay, we know Gary is never going to be a steel worker. He's not going to be a toilet maker. He's not even going to run a company because he doesn't do well with people 150, 300 people. He doesn't want to do that. In fact, I can't. I can help so many more people doing this and not sending them a paycheck. I am not. It's the other one I'd like you to write down. I think everyone should write these two down, okay? I am not a prostitute. Now, you guys know I love using some words. The F word, I think, is spectacular. Prostitution, I'm just going to say it. I don't know anyone that hasn't prostituted themselves in one way or another in their lifetime. That's Gnostic, Mike Mack, Yuki, Tim Blanche, Gary Cardone, Yvonne Sayers. Uh, who else is here? Yvonne's here a lot. Why am I saying that? I believe that there are a billion ways to be a whore. Okay. For instance, this whole Israeli thing, okay, for me not to communicate at least what I see and I'm observing would have been me being a prostitute. And I can get my prostitution fees paid back in no stress. Nobody's attacking me. I don't want the hassle. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I am not a prostitute. I don't change. I don't mute myself, and I don't make myself louder because I want money or I want accolades or no, I'm not a prostitute, dude. Okay. And I'm not trying to call people prostitutes. I'm trying to say that I have not been completely true to self. I have been more true sometimes to money and goals and success than I have been to me. Okay, like me as in an entity that believes in right and wrong and being above just pure earth, pure materialistic. I am not a prostitute. I believe in magic. I have always believed in magic. I'm going to continue to write this down. I believe in magic. The word magic for me means special. Okay, like really, really special. I mean, like special in a unexplainable way. I'm truly a tremendously faithful human being. I just don't like the religion part of it. I am so like this is why I show up here, okay? Because I know it's the right thing to do, man. Even if it's uncomfortable, okay? It's another thing I write down. The right thing to do is the right thing. It seems so stupid, doesn't it? The right thing to do is the right thing. Listen, guys, I am I struggle not to get not to get it is the reason I brought this Carl Jung thing up today. I know we didn't spend much time with it, but if you are struggling with I am, there is pieces under you, under me that I don't understand fully. We'd have probably been another hour had I stopped and told you every time I have this counterbalancing thought when I say something like, oh, wow, the right thing to do is the right thing. And then I have this other thought, yeah, but bro, don't take it too far. If you are struggling with this, there's a couple areas, okay? Look around you. Look around the people around you, all the people around you, okay? Someone is shitting on your parade. Second thing is, I have to start communicating with the parts of me that are communicating with me without my approval. I need to start communicating directly to those parts of me that are communicating with me without my approval. Okay, without my, hey, you can speak now. And I have to be willing. Okay, you can't give up here, okay? This is the hardest work you're ever going to do in your life, and it will be the most rewarding. Why is it so hard? Because nobody else does it, man. Nobody. This is the road freaking less traveled, okay? This is not, I could teach you how to make a $10 million easier than I can to get you through this. Making money is easy. Making money and being happy and being comfortable is a shitload easier if you're doing this. I guarantee you. So if you're struggling, understand every adventure has deep, deep, deep struggles in it. The greater the adventure, the greater the struggle. The greatest adventure you have never taken and can't buy a ticket to. You can't buy this from Visa, MasterCard, Disney, or anybody else. This is the road less traveled, man. This is into the holy grail. You know, we've had governments and people and educators and Rockefellers and all these people tell us what we need to learn in school. I am telling you, all that's bullshit. You need to learn about yourself, man. I need to learn it. How powerful am I? I think I'm scared of my power. I think I'm scared of the responsibility that comes with power. Okay. And if you're this powerful, okay, and you're acting like this powerful, shame on you, man. Okay. There's something holding you back. Like we'll tell you when it's too much. Okay. How about this, Mike? Mike, when you get to this level, we'll let you know. The whole audience, everybody on the planet go, okay, dude, bring it down. It's too much power from Mike Mack. Too much power from Tim Blanche. Okay. If you're this big, you should ask yourself, hey, how big am I, man? How big am I? I don't think people ever ask them, hey, where do I start and stop? Where do I start and stop? In fact, in this show right now, where is my energy starting and stopping? How pervasive is it? Does it last? Wow, that's interesting. Guy does a show at 11:53 a.m. and on Tuesday at 11:53, you're still thinking about it. Now that is impactful. I I'm not getting any money for that. Nobody's sending me a $14.95 recurring fee so I can look at what my retention rates are and my profits. This is the problem with this. I don't know how great it is. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen by you doing I am a great leader today, what that reflects to in 2 years, 2 days, 200 years. All I know is that I've been doing this since I was 21 or 22 years old. And I have, like I told my kids, everything I have ever received in my life came from my imagination and my ability to run my imagination, to run it, man, to run it, to control it. Well, I am not a doctor. That way I get to go, nothing in the medical world. I don't have to look at any of that. Why don't we do this? I've got some time. My kids studying for finals. Let's open this up to. There's no reason for me to move. I don't know why I would move off this platform. If you guys want to open this up to Q&A, Mike, maybe you can make some comments about how best to do that. There's not really that many people in here, so maybe it'd be good just to. We'll do maybe 30 minutes Q&A. Anybody that's struggling, look, you can just come up here. I'm not going to have you come up here and be here forever and ever. But if you want to pop up on Mike, maybe you can help me. In fact, Mike, can you pop up and maybe you could help run people that want to come up, whether they want to come up on X or anybody want to give me some. We need to be reminded of this. Label question with a Q. Oh, okay. Oh, you want to do it on the spaces? Or they can just come into, how about if you just send them to the link on space on X and like this, have a question. Oops. Mike, do you have a question? Okay, let's see. We have any? No question. If you guys don't want to do the Q&A, fine. We can just cut it here. I want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say that Anna von Strass, I love that name. Anna, how do I say it? Uh, Anna von Ostra. Sounds so spatial. Hello and good morning, ma'am. There you are again. Brenda, good morning to you. Brenda, good to have you here. Ash is in the house. Oh, that's the same person. Let's see. Prince Hashima of Carthage. I used to buy a lot of natural gas at a point called Carthage, my friend. Brenda's in the house again. Brenda's back. Brenda's back. Tim Blanche, I like you but different. I'm like you but different. You know, see, we're all a little bit like each other, and we're all really different, man. It's the differences that we need to. It's the differences we need to like really embrace, right? That like, I'm not going to be a doctor, man. I keep saying that. Okay, like we need you, man. We need all these different people. You're going to see me in a situation. If I'm not needed, you don't even hear me. Like I become a little mouse in the corner. You should ask yourself, am I a solution here in this event, or am I not needed? Am I a problem? Okay. Hey, Mike. Good to have you, Mike.
There we go.
Yeah, Mike. I just thought that we last week we shut down this and then moved to X. It makes no sense, really, does it?
Yeah, no, I think that if we start, oh, they got me in 16:9. What we do is
You're breaking up, Ed.
There we go. Can you everything you hear, see me?
Yeah.
I was thinking that maybe what we could do is if someone wants to do a question throughout the IM space, what we could do from now on is we can label them with a Q, and then I can write them down.
Yeah, but it might. What about? I mean, why can't people just join here and hey, this is what's going on for me, or join on Spaces and just present the question, but verbally, just like you. What would be your question? What are you struggling with, Mike, on IM?
Well, believing what I write down.
So okay, cool. That's really cool, dude. This is going to help a lot of people. So can you give me an example?
So if I say that I'm a great writer, I don't believe that I'm a great writer.
Okay, hang tight.
Okay.
Do you write it down? I am a great writer, or do you get stopped?
That's the one where my hand starts. It stops before.
Like okay, so this is what you're gonna do. Grab a pencil.
Yeah.
Grab the book. Yeah, but put the book down, and I need you to complete the action. I am a great writer. Okay, you need to finish it. I am a great writer. Resist the negative bullshit. I am a great writer. Bro, look, remember when I was saying, hey, I am not a victim?
Yeah.
You know what I wrote down? I am a victim. I left out the word not. That is hugely important.
Yeah.
Now, you could say, well, yeah, but you're busy. You're doing this show. Dude, I'm the one that wrote it down, okay? I am not, and then I went in there, not, added the not. these are little observations I notice and go, wow, I'm resisting saying I am a great writer. Why the fuck would you be bothered with saying I am a great writer to yourself? See, there's something happening, right? Now, when that happens to me, dude, I write it down a dozen times. I just keep pounding and resisting this negative thing. Then I need to go, hey, where did the thought come from, bro?
Right.
You see, because I thought you commanded yourself to say, I am a great writer. Then all of a sudden you got somebody else going, no, you're not, you idiot. Who's that from?
Yeah, that's
That's
the
but that's the shadow, dude.
yeah.
That's the thing that people don't ever look at. They don't want to know that didn't come from Gary. Bro, I ain't stopping your writing. Your wife's not stopping your writing. See what happens? Like, oh, I am the only one that's actually jacking with me. But I never confront them. If I told you in front of a bunch of people, dude, you're an idiot writer. You're not a good writer. What would you do to me? Sooner or later, you're going to dish me out of your life, dude. You have to. You
Yeah.
need to get rid of me, okay? I am a negative influence on you at that point,
Yeah.
okay? Why do I ask you that question? If you would get rid of me for abusing you, why are you abusing yourself? Like, I treat myself in a way that I would fucking shoot you in the face, bro, if you treated me this way. There's all these little, I am not a great writer. I am not a great, and you will say it 1,000 times to yourself on the one time that you wrote it. Is that fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No,
it's at an unconscious level also.
yeah.
And so you are literally like, it is a struggle going on. Like, there's a fight, man.
Yeah. Well, you had said earlier that it's hard. It's to admitting something is hard. You know, that is hard to do, to admit something. Like it's not only hard, to write, it's hard to tell myself I'm a great writer. I don't know why I don't. It embarrasses me to, even if I'm just sitting in a room by myself, why does it embarrass me to, like you said earlier, when you were talking about going to that thing on Tuesday, you said you automatically lower your energy when they're inviting you there. Like, you're not asking to go. They're inviting you. You're the one that walks in the position of prestige. Why are you lowering your energy? And it's like, and so, but just admitting that, a lot of comments in the thing below said that just seeing you admit that and to try to work through that, that's probably the way that you get past it. Like, me be wanting to be a great writer is actually talking about it out loud and trying to figure out, like you said, I would cut someone out of my life if they just destroyed me all the time.
Right.
And I'll leave this part inside me to just run rampant.
Yeah. That's exactly right, man. Now, Bob Calhoun, his I ams are not going to be I am a great writer, but yours are, right? So sometimes I go, hey, Bob didn't think that thought. Gary thought. My brother didn't think that. This is coming from you, man.
Yeah.
Right? You're the garden. It's producing. Hey, I am a great writer. There's a great writer inside of you somewhere. My sister will have never said that to herself, dude.
Yeah.
It's not her deal, right? I mean, I say I am a great writer also. I hate the idea of being responsible to write.
Yeah.
It's a responsibility for me just sitting down. But it's really cool that you were like, hey, the quicker I bring the shadow out and put light on it, the sooner the muscles of that shadow go away.
Yeah.
Like, I'm, not addressing it doesn't mean it's not going away. People go, hey, I don't want to talk about it. Bro, you need to absolutely address it. You need to pull it out of the closet. I use that term a lot. Me coming, it's when I started talking about my art, it was literally me trying to hack my weirdness because I never wanted to say it. And so my hack was, okay, I'm going to talk about it and see how painful this is. It is so painful every time I bring it up. And I know that response is an indicator that I need to keep doing it, even if I don't like it. Like, I think all my art's shit right now. Shit, it's ugly, right? Dude, I need to keep going. I'm on that part of the adventure that is like, okay, well, it's not a lot of action going on. It's boring. I want more adrenaline and excitement. I would rather a rafting trip on class 5, rapids where I'm in the survival rather than this, I'm going to die here, you know.
Have you ever asked yourself though that like when you look at your art and you put your art out there, like for now, you put your art out there now much more than you ever did at the very beginning,
Yeah,
right?
because I'm. It's almost like being gay, dude. Like, okay, I'm comfortable now. I'm come out of the closet because
Yeah.
I correlated art and music and these soft skills as very gay-ish, very not manly.
Why do you think that is?
Doesn't matter. See, I think the whys are absolute. This is what shrinks do.
Yeah.
Why, dude? If I knew the why to everything, I wouldn't be in a fucking shrink seat. The why is irrelevant, also, by the way.
Yeah.
Like the why is basically every time I hear somebody do a why, I'm not trying to slam you, but when I go into spaces, the the why is always drama.
Yeah.
The other thing is I will never ask a question of a guy like you or anyone, why did you not write? If you knew why you were not writing, you would be writing.
Yeah.
Okay? Asking you why, all it's going to do is going to spin you into well, why? Because I'm an idiot, dude. I'm a bad writer. I just don't have what other people have. Dude, just write it down and tell people I'm a great writer. Then you're going to be like, okay, well then go write.
Yeah.
Because
No,
great writers write. They don't think.
yeah. I mean, you're right. And well, from an outside perspective, I might look at your paintings and you have a certain feelings about your paintings. Maybe they're a reflection of what you're going through. And so that the art itself is not boring or whatever it is, or it's not chaotic. Maybe it's something that you're going through right now that's chaotic, and you actually are a great artist because you're revealing that, taking something chaotic in your real world that you're struggling for your art, right? No, they all artists have to struggle.
That's what I'm told.
Yeah. We don't need to cut off your ear, but
Well, I don't really think my art's really the art stuff. I think it's just a different way to communicate.
yeah, great.
Right? I mean, I know what some of my art means. And very few. For instance, I probably would I would have some concern about putting all my art. I think I told you this actually into an AI thing and date it.
Yeah.
If I dated it and I think AI could do a very good job of scanning my personality. Better than a human being is going to be able to read through some of the symbols. I mean, some people look at stuff and they don't even see anything.
Yeah.
They don't focus in. Most of my art has little hidden things in them.
Well, it's like you said, they look, but they don't see.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Like what they're using muscles, but they don't really go look at it,
Yeah.
And that's really helped me a lot. And that comes from I am aware. I am aware. Now, I caution people when you have to do the I am aware, I am conscious to do this work because you need your mind to be opening. If it doesn't open, it's going to be really, really hard. But once I say the words I am conscious, I've never known people that don't get uncomfortable. Because the reason we're not being conscious is because it is uncomfortable to look at some of this shit. It's really uncomfortable to look at it and not do anything about it and leave it there, leave it hanging. Like if I'm in a space and I see somebody really, really in pain, or like I said to you, hey man, you came on here. What's the problem you're having, bro? No sense in us talking about somebody else. Let's go deal with Mike.
Yeah.
And if I would not have done that, I would have known, oh, wow, I left Mike hanging. So if you don't, just be aware that if you write down I am conscious, you're probably going to become a little uncomfortable because you're going to become more aware and conscious, and you're going to see things you ain't seen before.
Yeah.
And they may be good, they may be bad. I notice a lot, and it's a little like uh, you have to be ready for it. I mean, you can't. And I think that's what happens to people. They're like, hey, I'm in dissonance here. This does not feel good. No shit, dude. You've never done it.
Yeah.
You've been like letting the other communicator win. I mean, you didn't even write down I am a great writer. You just, dude, you have to power through that. Do not change one word that's coming out of your hand. The storage deal, every time you do it, remember, man, like I didn't know that I was going to have a job in Europe. I wrote down, I am running a business in Europe. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
If I would have stopped that, I don't judge it. I just let it come out of my hand, man. But I force it. If you're, and this is so good that you shared this, because there will be 100 people in here going, dude, I think it, but I don't write it. You thinking it and not writing it is you agreeing that you're not going to do it.
Yeah. And you're also, but the weird part is that you're embarrassed, even if you were in a room by yourself and you're going to write it down and throw it
Well, I
away.
tell people that, hey, watch where you lie to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I could spend 3 days on how much we lie to ourselves, dude. Okay, like I had to push you a little bit. Hey, man, write it down, dude. Write it down, and then you feel ashamed. Like the shame is bullshit. Okay, every time I have shame, I should have guilt. I should have guilt for not doing something I should have done. I should have shame when I do something that breaks my total moral compass. Why would you have shame over I am a great writer?
I know. That's
God
the
damn, I'm going to write about masturbation, man, every day. Like, why the hell would anyone feel shame? Well, there must be something there, dude.
yeah.
Okay, there's some gangster inside of you that doesn't want you to be like. So this is what I'm talking about, though. You have to become conscious of that little unsettling feeling, and then, oh wow, I just discovered a little part. I discovered the shame mic. Dude, I have a lot of characters inside of me. When you start looking at, like, I actually believe that this is why I was a little worried about doing this so on recording, because I do believe there are multiple personalities inside of me and multiple entities that play a role and take action and without my approval, man. It's on automatic.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, you know, and I'm not cool with, oh wow, I'm not in control of my life, man. That's wow, I am choosing to surrender control. It's not even I'm not in control. I am literally going, oh, okay, well, I don't really care. Dude, if I have somebody telling me what the fuck to do and not do and be, it's heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, well done. Thank you, buddy, for coming up and sharing that. We got Alan. Alan's here. Maybe Alan wants to, let's see what Alan's got. And if this doesn't work, you know, we won't do this. But Alan doesn't look like he's a real human being. He's just Alan, what you got, buddy? Popped you up? No love? Okay. Well, we tried.
We're good.
I'm surprised more people didn't pop up to do this.
Yeah, what we can do is we can send this out, you know, to a handful of people. We know people that keep showing up. We can send it out and give them an opportunity maybe at the end to bring up Yvonne and Jennifer and maybe, you know, and family and a couple.
Sunday morning too, people might be like, hey, I'm still in my pajamas drinking coffee.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, no news.
Let's see. We got this cat back. Hey, Alan, if you can make it, cool. If you can't, we'll give you one more shot, bro. Too late.
Yeah.
Mike, I appreciate you helping me on this. You got anything else you want to add or questions or comments?
You know, I wanted to say that I think that when you say that you don't want to do this, why do I do this? I think that allows, and you mentioned this, you kind of, you know, alluded to this earlier. That allows other people
Mm.
in real life to be able to equate themselves with you. If they like they see your mindset, I can feel like that too. There's nothing wrong with that. And we always do that to people that we look up to or look at or whatever it is. So I think when you go through these dilemmas, I think that's the part that people need to hear. Like when you said like and it happened to me when you said it earlier today. Like I hate commitment. I hate knowing that I have to be somewhere on Tuesday. I don't mind it if I could snap my fingers and be there, but having to get up, know it's coming, get dressed, go there, introduce, get all that stuff. That's the part that I don't like. I would rather just not go, and I dread it. And then you said something the other day about how you wish that you have more energy than anybody in the world when it's something you want to do. But when you don't, you are boring and you absolutely are tired and you don't want to do it because you don't want to do that. Well, that's exactly who I am. And I think that's exactly who a lot of other people are. But it feels better when someone like you says it than it is for me to just sit in my room and think, why don't I want to go there? Well, maybe other people feel, maybe it's not, maybe I don't have to beat myself up for it. Maybe other people feel the same way too. And we just got to battle through it. So just a couple points you were making that I thought that kind of hit.
Yeah, no, look, I think that, look, if you're going to do this IM stuff, there's no way you're not going to go through the stuff I'm going through. Not um, this is constant. The more I do it, the more I'm like, wow, dude, I can't even believe I made it. Like, I can't believe I made $1 million, much less, stupid amounts. I
Yeah.
mean, really, because you look at it on a piece of paper and you're like, no way, this kid is not going to make it. Okay. Not a chance in hell. And I swear to God, okay, like I look back and I go, I would not have known this at 25. Like my ability to communicate would have been ridiculous. I swear to God, every ounce of success I've ever had is because of this IM thing, dude. It is staggering to me. And I did a lot of therapy. I'm not saying that you're not going to have to, like, I, I don't know that people need to go to therapy. What I do know is if I just do this consistently, um, I will end up with the exact same result that Gary Cardone ended up with. I wasted a bunch of time with other people. And I probably needed that at the time, but I don't think you need it. All you need to do, I mean, I'm convinced now, oh wow, all they need to do is IM, dude.
Yeah.
Because I did some stuff that was probably damaging to me. Uh, a lot of the shadow work, in fact. I think some of that's good, but I've seen a lot of people get damaged by it. Just the concept, though, of just the concept that you confirmed, oh, wow, I am a great writer. And then there's a part of you, do not write that down. That really was the message to you. So
Mm-hmm.
you were actually prohibited from writing it down. You said, well, I didn't. No, you couldn't, dude. You were instructed not to write it down. Otherwise, you would have written it down.
Yeah.
See, because you look up to me, I'm like, hey, man, you got to write it down. But you didn't. So you were instructed not to. That part of me, I need to discover, dude. It is holding your ass back for sure. And these little things that I have that go on, dude, it most certainly is holding me back. Now, is it holding me back, or can I then turn it into something and go, okay, I'm going to turn my little freakness into a gift for other people, because I don't think my freakness is that freaky. I think it's actually very common, but nobody ever talks about it. And then I bring it out and go, dude, I didn't want to start this. I don't want to do it. People are like, wow, dude, I don't want to write down I'm a great teacher. There's something wanting me to, like, look, I have to, there's no chance in me succeeding if I don't know what my goal is. And very few people I have ever met in a long number of years have ever had a plan for their life. They plan babies, marriages, businesses. They plan the car they're going to buy when they're 38 years old. their CDs, their 401ks, but they never plan their own holy grail treasure chest. It's like, wow, dude. I don't know why it's so illogical. It's so illogical. But if I asked you to go play beach volleyball tomorrow morning, you'd be terrible, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that sounds like a stupid, stupid analogy, but the point is, I am going to get better the more I play.
Yeah.
Okay. And the more I write down the more I'm going to discover about myself. That's probably what I am a great writer, dude. Just to yourself, dude.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe that's the deal. Hey, just write to yourself. And because it's not really, you're not just a great writer. You're a lot of things. Right? And I need to learn what all those treasures are. They're all treasures. I may not like some of them. I may look at some of them going, dude, this is coming with too much responsibility. I
Yeah.
mean, carrying a handgun is a huge responsibility. Huge responsibility, man. Okay? Like, and that's why I don't do it. I don't have concealed weapon because I'm like, dude, that's next level.
Yeah.
Right? I have to go get trained and be really ready every moment. And maybe it is a good analogy because actually, I think the thought of that you have to yourself, I am not a good writer, I can't write, I'm not gonna write it down, is literally suicide. Is you shooting God's creation in the brain on a regular fucking basis.
I agree.
I think that's really the point I'm trying to make. This is why I get so frustrated with religion is that I am, and my communication is prayer. It
Yeah.
is all it is, dude. It's prayer. And then when I am a brilliant leader and philosopher, which I think being a philosopher would be as a label, it would be the absolute greatest thing a human being could label me as anyway. But for me not to do that, is for such a religious man, it's like, wow, dude, what? Like I said, the prayer. I know what my job is to be a great writer. JC gave you the instructions. Run, dude, go.
Yeah.
Right. And oh, I have another thought, bro. I don't listen to you. I listen to this general over here. I have been given my orders. I don't need 37 prayers to support it.
Yeah.
I just need to stay. I am a great servant of the universe. And you just beat through it, bro. And then, you just keep melding down that you've been doing this your whole life, right? Every day, all day long. I mean, when you start to write down how often you speak to yourself, you will be shocked, man. Let me know how many entities there are, Mike. I would love to know that. You'll become a more stable human being too, buddy.
Yeah.
You will see areas that you've made decisions and go, dude, that wasn't me making that decision. I mean, it was, but you were not in control of that part of you.
Yeah. Well, I was raised basically an only child because you said you lost your brother. He was when you were 20. I lost my brother when I was 20. And so and he was older than me. So I spent my whole life
Right.
alone. And so I'm in the thoughts. I didn't get married till I was almost 40. So it's an intoxicating thing. And it's bad if it gets taken away from you. And there is something about being in your head and writing it down, like you say, that's you and a pen and a piece of paper. You can't look at your phone while you're writing something down, So that is, you are in your thoughts more than probably any other time when you are writing something down on a piece of paper. Longhand, not
I'll tell you, exactly, longhand, dude. Not typing. There's something different about it. And it's not just because I like to doodle. There's something about it coming out of my hand and I instantly see it because I think in packets. I don't think in words. I think in packets. And if you'll notice the messages that you get are in packets. It's almost like telepathy. It is not words, man. I mean, it's instant, a whole package of information. Oh, fuck, I run an energy business in Europe, dude. I don't believe it. Wow. No, just write it down, bro. Just That is the see. This is what I was speaking to you, dude. No, just write it down, man.
Yeah.
You're going to be stopped from writing these things down. It is the indicator. I'm a nice guy. That's not what I am, dude. Okay? I'm a nice guy when it's hard to be nice. I mean, something like that. But well, thank you for being here, man. I'm going to go ahead and close up. Doesn't look like we have any more questions or answers. If you guys want to do the Q&A in the future, let us know. We will most certainly meet whatever desires or once you have. If you don't like the Q&A at the end, I actually thought this would be something that was wanted. I would have thought people would, maybe we need to do it on X where people don't have to be uh, visually seen. But we'll work that out. Okay, guys, look, for the awesome value that Mike Mack and myself brought you this morning, I'm going to ask you to do something to pay me back so you don't have any debts to me in the future. So that in the future, you can look, oh, yeah, I knew Gary Cardone. And you're like, I'm square with Gary, okay? Gary and I, we uh, we are equally committed, and we've both made uh, our relevant contributions. The only thing that I would ask of you is that you go out today and do something nice for a strange person, a stranger, not a strange person, maybe a strange person, but go out and help someone you don't know. Okay, I need you to like go that extra mile today and do something bigger. Okay, like go help somebody that maybe it doesn't really, their color or their style or whatever isn't really up to your critical thought process. Okay, it's a little more difficult. It's scarier. Okay, or maybe it's a more difficult movie. Just go out of your way to really hack this thing. Okay, be nice to someone today. Do something nice for a human being and accept no uh, gratitude for it. Don't brag about it. Don't tell anyone about it. This is your secret gift to the world. Okay, if you know somebody's struggling, man, reach out, call them up, be nice to them. You could do 2 or 3 different people. It's okay. You can't overdose on this. Okay, just go out, be nice to someone. Let me tell you why. You're going to feel better about yourself. Even if you didn't like doing it in the first place, you just do it anyway. Just like Mike Mack's going to write down, I am a great writer and not have anything added to it, period. And he's going to do it 12 times or 1,200 times. However long it takes him to start making that voice inside of him smaller or go away completely. We do not need the Mike Macks and the Gary Cardones of the world to be wearing bags of shame when they have nothing to be ashamed of. We need these people unwrapping their gifts and sharing them with the world. Like we're all walking around with these beautiful gifts, all ribbon, tied up, bowed, taped up, that we never show anyone. Okay, I am here to show you what being courageous looks like. I am a courageous human being, okay? I am a courageous man, a leader. I'm writing these down, okay? A great communicator, philosopher, and intend goodness to all those that I can influence. I can influence an entire planet if I so choose. So can you. I want you to go out and help somebody today. Be nice to someone. Think about the power of I am. Okay. You have studied maps, you have studied the operating process of your dishwasher, your automobile, your Mac Mini 10, 30, 20, your investment portfolio. You have given thoughts to your marriage, to your children's schooling, their outcomes, their everything, and spent little, if any, time on the holy grail of you, man. I am an infinite being, and I've spent too little time discovering who I am and also sharing with the world who I am, the gift that I have You are a freaking miracle, man. A one of one. Okay, you are here for something. I believe that. It may be that one magical moment, but I need to be ready. Okay, I need to be observant. I am observant. I'm aware, and I am ready for the duty that is called upon me. Okay, I know what the right thing for me to do, and I need to do the right thing. I am an action guy. Okay, I love challenges. I like scary things, adventures. This most possibly is the scariest adventure I've ever taken because it doesn't have all the accolades that so many people on planet Earth seem to be chasing. And I'm telling you, most of those things are dust, like dust. Uh, you know, dopamine requires more dopamine. Money requires more money. Sex requires more sex. I am grateful for who I am, and I am willing to put I am on display to the world. Okay, these are, why would I want to hide the universe's package? I'm going to ask you to show your package to everybody. Okay, get your communication up. Do things with intention. If you're going to be bad, do it with the worst intentions you possibly can. If you're going to be great, man, do it with great intention. Okay, go into it with positive energy. Why am I showing up to Gary's I Am on Sunday? Maybe you're just supporting me. Maybe you're supporting yourself. I don't really care. Okay. Find out why you're not showing up. Find out why you're not doing I Am. Okay. If you're doing I Am and it's easy peasy for you, you need to do it more because this is not easy. This is a man's work. Okay. This is a real human being's job. Who are you? What are you here for? And how can you be of service to the planet? Thank you guys very much. Appreciate you, and have an awesome, awesome